Hey, IQ Kid here to talk about right triangle trigonometry. Right triangle trig. So let's start by drawing a right triangle. And now let's label the sides with A, B, and C. And then also this angle right here, we're going to represent it with the Greek letter theta. Okay, so if you have an angle, theta, and one other side, then you can find the other sides using trigonometric ratios. So these trigonometric ratios, trig ratios, are sine of theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. The cosine of theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent of theta equals opposite over adjacent. Okay, so I like to remember these with the acronym Soh Cah Toa. Just helps me. It's worked for a lot of other kids too, so I'd suggest trying to use it. Okay, so now let's try and do an example. Okay, in this example, we're going to find the indicated side of the right triangle with dimensions as pictured below using trig ratios. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw the triangle. So this is going to be theta, and theta, we're going to set that equal to 35 degrees. And this side is going to be 3, and that's going to be x. And we're trying to find x. Okay, so step 1 is to identify and write the equation. So because it's the opposite of the angle over the hypotenuse, we're going to do sine, the sine of theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Step 2, plug and chug. So now we're going to plug into the equation. So let's go ahead and rewrite the equation. Okay, so the sine of 35 degrees equals, we have opposite as 3 over the hypotenuse as x. So then now let's multiply both sides by x to get x to that side. So x sine 35 degrees equals 3. So now let's divide both sides by the sine of 35 degrees. And doing that, we get x equals 3 over the sine of 35 degrees. And then, sorry. And then, if you evaluate that, you get x is about equal to 6 point, let's do this on a calculator. So 3 divided by the sine of 35 is, 5.2303. Okay. X is about equal to 5.2303. Alright, so yeah. Alright, so let's do an example with the cosine. Now with cosine, if you remember, it's adjacent over hypotenuse. So it's going to be the same question as before. Find the indicated side of the right triangle with dimensions pictured below using trig ratios. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw the triangle. So we have that. So let's have theta again, let's have theta equal to 35 degrees. Let's set this side equal to x and that side equal to 7. So step 1, let's identify and write the equation. So because it's the adjacent over the hypotenuse, it's going to be cosine of theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Step 2, plug and chug. So cosine of theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So therefore the cosine of 35 degrees is equal to x over 7. So let's multiply both sides by 7. And then now we've isolated x. So 7 cosine of 35 degrees is equal to x, which gives us 5.7341 is about equal to x. And that's your final answer. So trigonometric ratios can also be used to find a missing angle if you have 2 of the 3 sides, or at least 2 of the 3 sides rather. So to do this, you have to use the arc sine or arc cosine or arc tangent. So you have sine, cosine, and tangent, all of theta. But if you're going to find the angle, you're going to need the arc version. Okay, so let's do an example. So in this example, let's find the angle theta of the right triangle with dimensions as pictured below, and using trig ratios. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw the triangle. So that's going to be theta. So we're going to set that side equal to 4 and this side equal to 7. So for step 1, we're going to identify and write the equation. So because it's opposite over adjacent, we have tangent of theta equals opposite over adjacent. Now you don't use this yet, you'll use that in a second. For now you just use regular tangent. So for step 2, you're going to want to isolate theta. do that, you're going to take tangent away from both sides, which will give you theta is equal to the arctan of opposite over adjacent. Okay, so then now let's go on to step 3. Plug and chug. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring that up there. So theta is equal to tangent to the -1, or arctan, of opposite over adjacent. Theta is equal to the arctan of 4/7. So if you put that into a calculator, I'll show you how to do that. You go to second and then tangent. It'll give you tangent -1, and then 4 divided by 7. So final answer is 20 is about equal to 29.7449 degrees. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. You can reach me through the email in the description. And if you have any suggestions for my next video, let me know. I'll make it as soon as I can. Yeah, so have a wonderful day, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, IQ Kid signing off.